On that note, I want to transition. Like I said earlier, we have reopened up the Capitol. For the first time in 2 years, we were able to invite to the Capitol the public as part of Art of the Capitol. So my staff and Olella have put together a community segment for you to welcome you and show you just how we had Art at the Capitol this year. Senator Brian Taniguchi, the mastermind of Art at the Capitol. How many years have you been doing Art at the Capitol?
Ooh, I guess it's 14 years now. Many years back, 15 years back, what happened was my wife and I had walked to the State Art Museum for First Friday, and we were walking around the exhibits and the paintings and stuff, and one of the docents came up to us and said, "Hey, you got all that art in the Capitol, and you guys, only the lobbyists can see it, the public can't see it, So I thought, I was like, yeah. And so I kind of thought about it. So maybe we could have like an open house, to at least showcase at least once a year, because we're so busy during session, and then after session, nobody, a lot of guys not here, right? So we tried to catch the first Friday.
So with the pandemic, we had to shut down and we weren't able to open up. But right before the pandemic, you were doing some wonderful things, and we would have artists here. Can you describe like some of the bigger events that happened here for Art at the Capitol?
Sure. For the first number of years, we would pick art pieces here at the Capitol. The tapestries, the light fixtures, the Damien statue, the Emilio Calagna statue. We'd do all those things, and we'd highlight what they were, and the artists that did them.
And there was a time when you had the artists come in as well, and they would talk.
We invited them to come to the Capitol. So we had about a dozen or more who would come different artists that would come. And we'd sit them out on the second floor, I think, and then they would talk with whoever wanted. We'd set tables for them, they would talk. We also did like art for legislators so that they can kind of get a class. So we set up a class for legislators to do their own art. So, like this is my landscape there, and that was my first portrait over there. And so, and then we've done it a number of times, different types of things. We did poetry this year. And so we've done that. We've done what we call art on your wall, where we would interview legislators and they'll tell us what's their favorite art piece in their office.
So pandemic, we're recovering from it. What was some of the highlights from this Art at the Capitol?
Well, the highlight from this Art at the Capitol this year was that we got to open it up. 2 years ago we canceled. Last year we just did a virtual art thing, and it wasn't, we don't know how well it went off, but this year we opened it up because the Capitol, we weren't really sure it was going to open, right? But we kept planning that it would, expecting it would, and it turned out that way, and we were able to open it up to the public. Now our public relations wasn't really great, but I think we got at least probably about between 200 and 300 people who came to visit Art at the Capitol. And this year we had a wonderful edition. 2 days before the event, we got a call from Ballet Hawaii, and they said they wanted to perform here for Art at the Capitol. Now we have, for a number of years now, 5 or 6, 7 years, we've had the Hawaii Youth Symphony come, and they'll take 2 shifts of student artists, student performers to come and play quartets and stuff, and so it fills the air with music. And so this year, so we said, yeah, great, and so we had ballet, and then we got them to dance on the mosaic, which was amazing. It was just
can I just say, so literally, what my daughter had the honor to dance in this group, and I literally 2 days, I will confirm what exactly you said. 2 days before I got a call, and I was like, I was like, what? My daughter's performing? Okay, I guess I'll be there. But it was so beautiful.
It was really beautiful. It just, I think we got so many great comments about it, and it just added so much to the ambiance of the event. And so I think hopefully they'll try to, continue to do that every year. And
So
you'll be in charge of doing that. Yeah.
So we have to acknowledge this. Senator Taniguchi, you are going to be retiring and not seeking re-election.
I'm not seeking re-election this year.
So for future legislators, what is your hope for Art at the Capitol moving forward?
I would hope that we would continue to do things. I always wanted to do something about koa in the building.
Fantastic.
Use of koa wood and the history of how they got all that koa wood. But we didn't do research on that yet. So those are two things that I'm thinking about passing on and trying to see if the next people who take care of Art at the Capitol can do that.
Well, this is a moment that's special, very special for me because you're my partner, and I am just so appreciative of everything that you've done, and you have elevated art in the community, and we are going to miss you so dearly. So thank you so much.
Okay, all right, sure.
This year at Art at the Capitol, I was able to give a tour to members of the public coming through our office here. And it was wonderful, after a 2-year absence, to have everybody back so we can share this collection that belongs to the people of Hawaii. The first thing I show to people is this piece here. If you take a look at this, it's Shigeru Narikawa, called Peace of Mind. And when I come back from a stressful hearing, is the first thing I see in the office. It makes me just have a nice sigh of relief and it reduces my stress level. Just a beautiful piece. The next piece is just over here. This piece by Margaret Barnaby is a stupendous piece. It's a print, and it's actually one of a pair, and it highlights a native bird species, the alala crow, on trees that are native to Hawaii, and especially trees from my district, which is a really important thing to me. So this has a personal meaning to me and our work here in the Water and Land Committee in the House. This photograph here by Elaine Mays is a very special one. It's of a rain-soaked forest of ironwood in Molokai, and it really reminds me of a place in my own district in Pololu Valley. Just the peaceful feeling of being in a forest in the rain. Just very magical. This photograph is my favorite piece of art from the State Foundation on Culture and the Arts collection that we have in my office. It's a large format photograph by Matt Schallenberger. And the Schallenbergers actually live in my district, so this has a special meaning for me there. This is actually a photograph of a place just off the Hamakua coast, so it's very close to my district. And if you look at it, it looks like some otherworldly alien landscape. And it's actually, if you look carefully at it, there is a metal plate that looks like a spider or a crab that's out on a rock there. And in fact, what that is the base of a mast that held up a zip line that took bales of sugarcane from the plantation in the Hamakua coast, from the cliff top out to a ship waiting offshore to take the sugarcane to market. So it's of historical significance to our area that Matt Schallenberger has created into an otherworldly scene. Very, very special. Thank you for visiting our office. I really appreciate it.